It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I'm very excited because it is still 2024 and my December daily is done. I missed doing some of the daily enjoying things because it was just so busy. Like I did probably half of it down with my friend Amber, and then a couple days I finished it. So I'm very happy with it, but the process to me with December Daily is enjoying it every couple days. And I missed that. I enjoyed making it, but I only got the joy of playing with this a couple days this month. So I'm going to do a walkthrough because there's not very many process videos. So I know there's a process video for the cover because this was the December cut of the month cut file from Cut to You. So I know there's one for that. And then there is also one for kind of a title page. This was my May I Scrap Lift You. So when I made this, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the inside. And all I did was basically just add a piece of pattern paper. And that's all I'm going to do. So the back side of the title page is very simple. I backed it with another Cocoa Vanilla paper and then just added a little embellishment to the bottom. So day one, we actually were coming back from New York from Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving was so late. So I created this little pocket, a couple of picture tags of kind of what we did with some journaling, and then I put our tickets on some pattern paper. And then I have a picture of the kids. They were sitting behind us, so that was their seats. And I thought it was kind of fun to do airmail since we were up in the air. Day two, they got their advent calendars. So Julianne got a Gilmore's Girls one, which I purchased on what I thought was a legit website, and she got a little gypped, but it was still fun. And then Lucas got a survival kit, so that was pretty fun as well. So that's day two. Day three, Julianne had a cheer game for basketball, and so that was what we did that day. And actually, while I was there, I created a couple of invitations, so it was a very productive game. Made a little shaker pocket with some sequins, and this is just a 4x6 and then 2 3x4 cards on the top. So on the back, so my friend Lonnie, her birthday is in December, so we always get together. So I just took a picture of us. I already had that shaker, and then I just created a 3x4 card for the number and the journaling. Did add a few things to the photo just to kind of, I don't know, cover up the background people. And then this is probably one of my favorites. So this is like one of my favorite days in December. So every year my husband's part of the Mounted Sheriff's Posse, and their Christmas dinner, they all get dressed up with their silver bellies and everything. And then they do their group photo. So I always get this picture every year, which just makes me so happy. So I put it on this bag. I have a little tag for my journaling, and then he always insists that we take a selfie. So I put that in there. When I showed him the album, he's like, but you hit it. I'm like, but it's fun. It's interactive. It makes you want to pull things out. So I added this pom-pom trim here. So day 6, we both got to get dressed up for a little date night at one of the clubs here. So this was actually afterwards, and I was very tired, but I didn't have a picture, so I told Julie, I'm like, just take the picture. So I look very tired, but that's okay. Day 7, is the first Saturday of December. It's always a big day for Prescott. We are the Christmas city of Arizona. So we had our parade, which Julianne was in. So our parade starts at 1, but we get together with friends and we have brunch at 11 across from where we're going to sit. And then we watch the parade. And then that night, we always have soup, potato soup, and then we go to the courthouse lighting. So this is a picture of me and the kids. Christopher decided to stay home right after they lit it up, and then there were fireworks as well. So there's that day. Day 8, we finally got our Christmas tree. I was very worried that we weren't going to be able to get a Christmas tree because it was already the 8th, but we got really lucky and we actually couldn't decide between 2 trees. So we ended up flipping a coin, which I thought was fun. So this little die cut of the tree, and then this is an old Freckled Fawn wood veneer memories piece, and then all of this paper is Cocoa Vanilla Studio. So here is decorating the tree. So this was, I think, a Felicity Jane piece. So I just attached it to the back of that, and then I used one of Amber's stencils with 2 different colors of Distress Oxide to get these trees in the background. And then I have pictures of them doing the tree, and then that left 3 spots for a little decoration. So a couple of bauble die cuts, and then the shaker element, which is really fun. Day 9 was some wrapping. So there is our wrapping paper for the year, which I bought way too much. So we might be continuing some of that in the next year. This one I can use for like birthday presents and stuff too. But day 10, I made, so this is like a Pink Fresh little pocket. And so I just cut my pictures into 2 4x3s and then did my journaling on the back. So we actually adopted some grandparents this year, so that we adopted a grandma and a grandpa. Like the grandma wanted Christmas socks and a lap blanket and a mystery book. Grandpa wanted some candy and some sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt. So that was through one of our home health and hospice places here in town. So I just made them into kind of tags to mimic the way it was, and they actually had baker's twine on theirs as well. This is another Freckled Fawn wood veneer, lots and lots of word stickers. So this was, I think this was a sketch Sunday, but I don't believe I had the picture. So these are fussy cut from a piece of paper from Color Rush Studio, and then the sequins are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So, and that's just documenting our, so we play cards every Wednesday, just us girls, and this night I got everybody a wine glass, and I made a nice dinner before we played cards. So a little picture of that. This is a no picture page. Christopher and I had a date night to decide what we were getting the kids, do some online shopping, that type of thing. But I didn't take a picture of us. So just a little cut apart of some presents and my journaling, and that one's done. Now, day 13 was very busy. So Lucas got to go to Italy to see his girlfriend who was doing a semester abroad. So he was going for a week. And my best friend Amber, she gave him the best Christmas present ever, and it was a standby ticket to Italy. So not only did he get to go to Italy, he flew standby and ended up in first class. So this is his picture in the first class seat that he sent us. And then I did a little flip up here. This is the text message that he sent me, which is so hilarious. He says, "This is insane. Full bedding, headphones, reclining chair, slippers, a bathroom bag, and everyone around me is just," it says asking, but I know he meant acting like this is normal. So that was cute. And then he took a picture of all of his meals, including the menu. So I actually cut down a 2x2 page protector. And so you'll see on the other side, I used the one side of it, and that's how this is attached. But the other 2x4 I filled with 6, and then that last one is what is used to make that flip up. So that's how I made that one. So this is the other side. So here is that page protector where I cut off this section. So that's the piece that's underneath. So not only did he get to go flying, but I got to go flying, and I got to go down and see Amber for a few days. So this was on our way down. I have my journaling in this little pocket. So if you're from Arizona and you've ever been to Tucson and you know of EG's, I'm addicted. Let's just put it out there. It's one of my favorite things, and I have to go every time I come down. A lot of the times I'll even stop there before I get to Amber's house. But they had so the family that owned it, because it's a family-owned business, they originally started EG's, then they sold it off, and then they reopened this Slice and Ice. And so we went to check it out, and unfortunately, I wasn't as impressed. I actually prefer the EG's. So, but that's what that is about. And then we did shopping, and we bought these bow / hoe sweaters. My daughter and I call bows hose. So I had to do the title of ho 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 because that was really funny because we had matching sweaters. This was before I left the next day. Like I said, I didn't get to stay a whole lot of time. That night we did a night flight and did see Christmas lights over Phoenix, which was really cool. So I'll probably do a 12x12 page of that one. Day 15 in the morning, we got a little FaceTime from the kids in Italy, so that was really fun. And then Monday, here's one of those invitations I made while we were at the basketball game. She had her Christmas party, and so here's a couple of pictures of that. And then the next day we had our craft night at the office to make centerpieces for the office party. So I have a page protector that is 2 4x6s. And here I just did a flip up with a tag and some frazzles from Color Rush Studio. And then these are the lanterns that we made. So there's day 17. Day 18, my husband had shoulder surgery, so this was like his pre-op picture. I read this How My Neighbor Stole Christmas book while I was waiting in the waiting room. So that's that day. Day 19, I decided that was going to be our Christmas card picture because they came in late this year because I was hoping to get a really good picture of us in New York. This was as best we could do. And then the backside talks about the kids a little bit. By day 20, my husband really needed to get out of the house, and you know, he only has one arm, so I thought, well, let's go get pedicures, and then I don't have to cut his toenails. So this was his first pedicure, and well, it was his second, but his first one was like 15 years ago, and he didn't remember them, and he just ran 50 miles or something. But he just thought this was like the best thing ever, and he told the sweet lady, I'll be here every day. And then so he had his done first. She actually did all of our toes, so she like reclined him back and she said, "You sleep, I'll paint your toenails." So he didn't go to sleep. So that just tells the story of that. Day 21 was our Christmas party. So little picture of us there with a little clip. I did pretty well of not making this album super thick, so I felt like I could put this here. I do kind of wish I used some more. I think they would be really good at the top and wouldn't create a lot of bulk. Day 22 is about Lucas actually making it back to the United States. This is a screenshot of our Life 360. So his flight got canceled. So he got an extra day, but he had they had packed weird so that they could make wait since she was coming home for good, that type of thing. But he did finally make it to New York, and I don't think he actually made it home until the next day, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But he made it back here, and from there we could figure it out. So that was day 22. Day 23, what I decided to do was take all of the movies that we had watched this month, and actually some of the movies that we were going to watch, because at this point we had not watched The Christmas Story, because we watch that every year on Christmas, and we hadn't watched Elf either. So we may have watched it that night, I'm not sure. But we watched new ones like This Dear Santa and Red One. Those were new. But we have some old ones like Scrooged, The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, A Boy Called Christmas. I really like that one. We did a couple of Hallmarky rom-com ones. They were all terrible. We only watched 2. We watched Christmas in Notting Hill. This one was my choice. And then Married Gentleman was my daughter's choice, and we didn't really know what it was about. And so my husband was going to watch it with us. And yeah, he was like, nope, he was out fairly quickly. So wouldn't necessarily recommend either of those, but kind of funny. So I used this die cut from Scrap and Ink Crafts. So there is a Mickey head under there, but I don't think we watched any Disney movies, so I left that at that. Here is Christmas Eve. We do Christmas Eve with my side of the family, so here's our family picture. My mom chose not to come this year, so it's just my family and my sister's family. And then my daughter made us do this funny game. She taped squares to the floor, and we had to march in place to a song to see where we ended up going. At one point, she marched around. It was funny. So then the last is Christmas Day, and I did make this, I believe, for a sketch Sunday, but obviously I didn't have pictures yet, and I didn't know what day it was going to be. Oh, it was Stretch the Sketch. Yes. So, oh, I didn't journal. So I had this star paper, and originally I was just going to put the things through it. This was going to be it. That was going to be the way it was. But I took quite a few pictures on Christmas morning, so I put them down to 2x2 sizes, put them through the stars, and then on the back side I added additional ones, and then I decorated the inside of this as well. So that turned out pretty interactive, which is nice. And then I just finished it off with a picture of our tree. This was once we got all the kids' presents under there. So that was the night before Christmas. So that is it for my December daily this year. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm sorry there's not very many process videos for this one. And funny enough, I started out with these flowers and didn't use them again, so I have a whole package. So I will be making a couple 12x12 layouts to go with Christmas, but I don't do a ton of 12x12 because I make an album every year. So I do think I need to add 2024 to the spine, and I have to journal on Christmas, But other than that, it is done. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and getting ready for the new year. So that's going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye.